Hi, I'm Olivia Trumble. I'm a third-year medical student at the University of Florida, and I'm here to present the impact of updated ACGME program requirements for radiation oncology residencies. So for some context, in 2022, ACGME updated the requirements for radiation oncology residencies. There's been a lot of discussion about the changes made to caseloads, but here we're going to be focusing primarily on the faculty to resident ratio update, where it is now required to have 1.5 clinical physician faculty members per resident at each program, as well as the updated changes to the requirements for associated programs, meaning that the sponsoring institution must also be associated with medical oncology program, pathology program, and a surgical oncology fellowship program. It's worth noting that medical oncology has to be a sponsorship, while the other two can be a sponsorship or an affiliation. Now, for some context for historical trends, we went back through the ACGME data books, and we found the mean number of clinical physician faculty on the graph on the right. You can see that the mean number per program has been increasing since 2016-2017. And on the left, you can see that the faculty to resident ratios, the mean has also been increasing. And in 2020 to 2021, it surpassed the new requirement, which is the 1.5. So the mean has been increasing. And for methods, we gather the information by going to the official residency websites for all the 90 accredited radiation oncology programs, and we cataloged all the residents and all the clinical physician faculty, and then we categorized the faculty into 3 subgroups: main campus, satellite sites, and affiliate sites. We primarily focused on main campus and satellite sites, and most programs didn't seem to list affiliate sites, so that didn't have much impact on the data. And the ACGME website was also used to cross-reference for the radiation oncology residency programs with sponsorship of medical oncology, pathology, and surgical oncology sponsorship. Now, for the results for the first ratio, in this chart, each dot represents 1 program. Now, the dot on the y-axis indicates how many that specific program has of clinical physician faculty, and the x-axis indicates how many residents they have. So the slope of the red line is 1.5. So every dot that is at or above the slope seems to be meeting the current requirement, but every dot that is below represents a program that may be at risk of not meeting this new requirement. So we see that about 10% of programs, or 9 programs, fall below this new requirement. Now, they have ranges from 0.85 to 1.38. And for the sponsorship status, unfortunately, being limited to publicly accessible information, we could only look at sponsorship. We cannot assess affiliation status, so please keep that in mind. But it was concerning that only 27 programs had sponsorship in all 3 of the program types that we looked at. 1 program was lacking a medical oncology or medical oncology and hematology program. Now that has to be a sponsorship, so that is of note. Now for pathology and surgical oncology, 5 programs did not also sponsor a pathology program, and 61 programs did not sponsor a surgical oncology fellowship program at the same institution. Now that brings us to a total of 63 programs, or 70% of all radiation oncology residency programs do not have sponsorships in these. Now again, we cannot assess the affiliation status. Now for conclusions, it is likely that these new requirements may impose challenges to several programs. 10% seem to be falling short of the required 1.5 clinical physician faculty to resident ratios, and up to 70% of programs do not sponsor medical oncology, pathology, and or surgical oncology programs. So thank you.